hello to you watching me. Thank you for coming back to watch my videos. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much. If you're watching me for the first time, you're welcome to the family. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. On this channel, we talk about random things, real life matters, just things that come to my mind. Basically, I just like to chit chat about it and share it with you. Things that I feel can help you, can that you can relate with. I think for me the most important thing is being relatable, right? So yes, these are the sort of things that we talk about, and we have just rounded up on our wedding planning series and how to plan your wedding yourself on a budget without needing the help of a professional wedding planner. And I'm sure that that video did well. I'm sure that a lot of people could relate to everything I said in that video, or some, if not all. Today we are starting a new topic. So this is not a series. This is just a one-off. It's just something that I wanted to come and talk about. I'm just really keeping my fingers crossed that I'm able to articulate it to the best of my knowledge, to the best, or at least to the extent that it's on my mind, right? So yes, as you already know from the title, I'm talking about why having pride will save you. Yes, why having pride will save you. It's very, very important. And I am, even though this applies to all, I am more focused and particular about ladies and women. It's very, very important. I find it extremely important for you as a woman to have pride. So now, to put this in context before we go far or go right deep into it, is that the pride that I'm talking about here is not being pompous or arrogant. It's being self-aware and being self-sufficient in yourself. It's being knowing that you are enough without the validation, or without no, even if you're your lowest or your highest, you are still worthy of being respected. You are still worthy of commanding respect. That is what I'm talking about. So this is not in any way encouraging bad behavior or being rude or just talking anyhow. No, it's also encouraging being cautious, being respectful in the way you relate with people, and getting that respect in return. Now, it does not guarantee that respecting people automatically brings respect to you, because some people can be very funny. Even if you are speaking to them in the lowest tone and you are being considerate, some people can still blow things out of proportion. So I'm not talking about that, but I'm talking about choosing to actually walk out of such situations, of such scenarios. If you are in a place that somebody particularly, or every time this person diminishes you, or this certain association, why are you still there? Why are you with people that talk down on you? Why are you in relationships? Why are you in friendships with people who don't see your value, who don't love you, who don't respect you? That is what I'm talking about. So it is very, very important as a woman, as a person, first of all, to have self-respect, to actually have pride. As a matter of fact, if they've not told you that as a lady that you are proud, there's something that you are not doing. Because in this part of the world where I come from, a woman who respects herself, who understands boundary, is regarded as someone who is really proud. For instance, at least I can speak for Yoruba people. Once a Yoruba person notices that you don't koda a year, you don't cross your boundary, you are always on your own, you respect people, you talk, you keep to yourself, they already term you as being proud. So if that is what I'm talking about, if you understand, then that's what I'm talking about. So I'm not talking about being harsh or being rude. I'm talking about understanding boundaries. I'm going to start my first point. How do you treat yourself with respect? How do you ensure that people don't disrespect you? How do you ensure that people value you? Because it's important, first of all, that you value yourself, then people can value you. Some people don't value themselves. Some ladies don't value themselves. It's so unfortunate to see. First of all, there are certain conversations, certain places, certain settings that you should not be found. You will never catch me chit-chatting with a certain sect of people, a certain group of people. You will never find me there. What am I doing there? There are even some conversations that can be happening beside me, and it's itching me like, how did I get here? How am I close to somebody that is thinking in this manner? It starts from there. There are certain things that people should not be able to call you and talk about. It's just really baseless. There are certain gists, there are certain gossips that people should not bring to your side. So as somebody who commands self-respect, and as somebody who is trying to be valuable, you should understand that it is not every place, it is not every trend that you should hop on. Some trends give you visibility, some trends may put you out there, but it's not good for you. It's not a healthy trend. It's not everything that is going on social media that you should put yourself as somebody who values themselves. It's not so those kind of things that you should stay. And I found out that a lot of times the reason why people devalue themselves, a lot of times the reason why women collect self-respect or accept rubbish is because they are seeking validation. So they don't say that you're not virtuous, so they don't say that you're a bad person. You can say I'm a bad person for all I care. I cannot be bothered, because I've realized a lot of times that people want you to take people want to test your oof, they want to see how far you can go, how far you can take rubbish for. So it's better that you put people in their place on time, in the way that you command respect for yourself, in the way that you exempt yourself from certain cycles, in the way that you exempt yourself from. And this does not have to do with money. I'm telling you, it does not have to do with money at all. You can have money and still be ridiculed. You can have money and still be trampled on. You can have money and still not have self-worth and not command self-respect. So this is really not about money. It's about knowing that you should not be in certain places, you should not be indulging in certain conversations. People should not think about rubbish and associate it with you. That's it. You should be firm, you should have focus, you should be content in yourself. Know that you are enough. Let people, what people say, do not validate you. Let people, if people say you are not good, it does not matter, it does not change anything. Let it not affect you. Don't be so invested in what people think about you. It's very good to evaluate yourself and introspect from time to time, but hinging the existence of your life on what people think, that's totally unacceptable. Number two is that you must understand boundaries and let people around you understand boundaries. Personally, there are certain things that I will not do, and I expect, but it's so unfortunate that some people don't know. I expect that on this matter, people should have boundaries. For instance, there are certain things I will not do, and I expect same that people will understand, but people don't understand. That's why it's very important to also communicate your boundaries. When people are crossing the line with you, immediately don't give chance for it. Let it, let it. There's something that I learned from my sister. My sister is a very, very firm person. If you do something to my sister that she doesn't like, she will not wait till next time before she tells you. She will tell you instantly. If you do something 100 times, she will tell you 100 times. She will not tell you 99 times, 100 times. She will even tell you more than the times that you've done it. And it always works, because now people understand that this is the line that you don't cross with her. This is the line. But a lot of people, you don't want to tell people how you really feel, because you don't want them to be hurt. You don't want them to feel that you're a bad person. As long as you are communicating your points cautiously, you are good to go. But let people know that this is what you don't like. Establish boundaries. Boundaries are important. I always tell people, and I was telling my sister a couple of weeks ago, some months ago, I was telling her about, there's something I'll always do when I get to a new setting, a place that I'm not familiar with people. It could be any point in my life, any point, maybe an office, association, a group of people, friends. What I do is I observe people. I'm not quick to be trying to make friends or over familiarity with anybody. No, because one thing that I've noticed is that people cannot hide for too long. Their character will show at some point. So I like to understudy people, look at people, and before you know it, they just fall like a pack of cards. And I can just know that, oh, this person is after all, this person is not. Now, this is not fault finding or waiting for this person to make fault. It's just, of course, it does not mean that I'm not going to be social with them in the course of our relationship. We can laugh together, we can talk, we can gist, but friend zoning them or farming people or wait having a solid relationship, that's not me. I'm going to definitely look at you, I'm going to observe you, and it has worked for me a lot of times. When I come to a place and I look at people a lot, I just see beyond the old facade, and I just know that this is the kind of person that they are. So it is very, very important to establish your boundaries. Another thing is over familiarity and over accessibility. You don't have to be accessible all the time. Now I'm not talking about your immediate family and your close friends. There are certain places or people that should not just pick up their phones and be able to call you and you are running and be going there. You should put some respect on your time. You should put some value on your individuality and the kind of person that you are. People should not just come and have their way with you. People have been inviting other people, sending IVs to other people for an event, but it gets to your turn. They are telling you a day to, because they know that whether they invite you or not, you'll be there. It's not supposed to be. So it is important that you are not over familiar and over accessible, especially to people that you don't know, that you've not built some level of respect with you. Why are you chit-chatting? Why are you with somebody that you just met that is even rude to you? Why? Just because. See, I'm saying this because oftentimes than not, the motive behind this is because you want to be likable, you want to be accepted. Who cares if people don't like you? Who? Nobody. Really. The most important thing, what has God called you to be? God has what price has God placed on you? That's bigger than any other thing that anybody thinks about you. Whatever anybody thinks about you is secondary. It does not matter. That's I don't know the number that I am now, but yeah. And also um lack of contentment. A lot of times I've found out that greed and this lack of contentment makes people to just accept what they shouldn't be accepting. Atenuje. That's what Yoruba calls is greed, lack of contentment. Ojukokoro. Because you want to buy a hair, you are with a guy that insults you. Because you want to buy data, somebody will insult you and tell you that you are stupid. Why? And you know that this person will be saying that, but because of what you want, yeah, I will just put it in my body. Once they start like that, they will increase it. It will get worse. So it's important that you set your boundaries from the beginning. Be contented. Let me tell you something. I've known for a very long time, since even when I was younger, since even when I was a teenager, before I became an adult, I knew that I respected myself. I was not doing more than myself. There was a time, I know this is really really emotional for me, and I thank God for God's faithfulness. There was a time in my life that I had maybe just a few pieces of clothes, maybe one shoe or two shoes, or maybe one skirt, but nobody could speak to me in reduce me or condescend in a condescending manner. Nobody could speak to me in a condescending manner. Now I can afford to buy multiple clothes a day if I want to, and I'm so grateful to God for that. But this is not a function of it's because now my life is a little bit better, because I have a lot more ease. Then I will now start creating my boundaries. My boundaries has always been there. Nobody can talk to me anyhow. Nobody can shortchange me. Nobody can look down on me because I didn't have. I don't find myself in situations. I don't put myself in situations where I'm not wanted. The moment I find out that this person does not respect me, or I'm not supposed to be in this situation, best believe I'm going to be living there. So I'm encouraging you as an individual, as a lady, put some respect, put some pride on yourself. Don't let people treat you anyhow. Don't let people devalue you. Don't let people demarket you because they want to give you something, or because you are trying to be in people's good books. It does not always work out like that. It is very very important that, and like I said, if you're not contented, it's very 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 easy for people to manipulate you. It's very very easy for people to use you, for people to talk to you anyhow. I just wanted to come on and talk about it. Like I said, the old thought is just, it's just everywhere. It's not something that I really wrote down or planned like that. But I really hope that it's something that you can resonate with, that from now henceforth you begin to see yourself the way God sees you. You begin to class yourself more. You begin to treat yourself with dignity, money or not, influence or not, job or not. You begin to respect yourself. Don't take any form of disrespect or any form of or any form of um oof, disrespect basically from anybody, right? Yes, and be cautious. You can be cautious. I'm also a very big advocate of being cautious in telling people your mind. Don't scream and be shouting and be rude about it. There's really no need for that. It's not even ladylike. Let people know your mind without shouting, without screaming down the roof, and without insulting or using curse words. Yes, we've come to the end of this. It was just something that just crept into my mind randomly, and I thought to share it with you. Please make sure that you establish your boundaries. Make sure that you're contented. Make sure that you respect yourself. Limit your over availability and accessibility. May God help us in Jesus' name. So please, if you're watching for the first time, like I said, please like, subscribe, share, comment. See you on the next video. Thank you. Bye.